Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be. My name is Prudence Chirunga Banda, and I am your facilitator in events management. Last time we actually looked at the definition of events management, and we also went on to look at the evolution of events management. So today we are moving on and we are looking at the types of events. So when we look at it, we have many types of events, and these are actually grouped based on the goals, the formatty, and the people that would be actually meant for that event. So in events, this actually brings it down and classifies events into three main categories, which are business or corporate events, the social events, and the personal events. So when we look at the business events, this includes the conferences, the trade shows, the seminars, the events. So when we look at this, actually, these events, they actually focus on the professional objective. And then we go on to the social events. These are gatherings like parties, festivals, and also networking events. And these events, they actually emphasize on social interactions. And then there is the personal events. These are more of intimate occasions like the weddings, the birthday parties, family reunions. So when you look at this, they are actually centered around personal milestones and connection, like intimate connections. So when we look at this, you actually see the difference is business events, they focus more on professional objectives, right? And then the social events, they actually focus emphasize more on social interactions. Take, for example, when we talk of the social interactions, like here in Zambia, we've got the ceremony, the traditional ceremonies, whereby people from different tribes gather together to celebrate their culture and their new uniqueness. And these festivals, when they are done, people, they really get to network, and they actually emphasize more on social interactions. So we can give an example of the Chwala ceremonies that are done here in Zambia. And then we also go to look at the personal events. Like I said, these are more of intimate occasions, where, like weddings, parties, all sorts of parties, and family gatherings. And these, they are actually centered on personal milestones and connections, and they are very, very intimate. So for these classifications, they actually help the organizers and the attendees to navigate the diverse landscape of the event, and to also ensure that each and every event serves its intended purpose effectively. So why we have those different classification is actually to help the organizer, who is the event manager or the event planner, and as well as the people that will attend, so that they can be able to make sure that each and every event actually serve its intended purpose. Because when you come out with an idea that you have to have an event, you have to have an objective, you have to have goals towards it. So one has to fully understand the purpose has to understand the purpose of the event. They also have to understand the objective of the event, so that they pick the right event, so that the purpose can actually be fulfilled. So when you look at it, when we talk of things like conferences, meeting for professionals, this is where we often have featuring speakers, workshops, and networking purposes. These actually go under the corporate or the business events. And then when we look at the personal celebrations like marriages, which include the ceremony, the reception, and things like entertainment, these they actually go under the social events. And then we go to the festival, community events, celebrating of cultures, music, food, and other themes. These actually fall under social events. And then there are also gatherings where companies are sponsored together, such as they want to do a product launch, they want to do some team building activities or galas. These they actually fall under the corporate or business events. And then we have the sporting events, which are like, for example, competitions, tournaments, exhibitions, and maybe the athletic sponsorship and everything. When you look at this, they actually fall under social events. So let's go back and look at the corporate events. When we look at the corporate events, they actually go under two categories as well. So the first one is the one that includes the seminars, the conference, the product launch, the team building activities, the networking events, the award ceremony, the awards giving ceremonies. So each of these events is actually tailored to meet its intended goals and objectives of the company or the organizing or the organization that will be hosting it. And so when you are planning a corporate event, it has to be planned well, so that you'll be able to blend in your creativity and also meeting the professional standards. So these events, they are kind of complex but very enjoyable when you're actually planning them, because your creativity actually comes out, but at the same time the professionalism also has to stand out. So it can be a bit challenging, though quite interesting. So this type of events, planning of a corporate event, and this you actually do it where people will actually gather together in one room and have this same kind of event. And then we have another event which is like a virtual corporate event. This is where you involve the choosing of the right video conferencing a platform whereby people can register, and they, at the end of the day, you'll be able to send them the link to that event so that they actually attend online. And the only important duty when you're executing a virtual corporate event is that you have to make sure that you keep the event engaging, and you have to pick a channel whereby it will not break, or you might lose connectivity in the middle of that event. So you can actually do maybe a conference. You can actually have a conference. You can also have a seminar. You can even launch a product. You can even do a team building team building activity. You can have a networking event, and it can even an award ceremony. It can actually be done virtually. It can also be done virtually. So when you are actually planning the corporate events, you can either do them live, or you can actually do them you can do a virtual one. So when you are actually planning an event, you have to make sure you understand the type of event. So you need to know and understand the 3 categories that I've been talking about, so that at the end of the day, you'll be able to actually choose the right event to achieve the goals or the objective that you'll be trying to actually portray to the people who are actually going to attend. Take, for example, you want to launch a product. You have to know which is the best event that I can actually do. Should I do like a party, like, or am I supposed to actually do a road show? And then if I'm doing a road show, who are the people that I'm targeting? Are they going to be able to attend that event? If I choose to actually launch that product, and during the launch, that event will be like an in-house thing, whereby few people are actually the targeted few people will actually be invited to attend the launch of that product. At the end of the day, are you going to be able to reach out to all the people that you want? So you need to understand these categories so that you will be able to know which type of event are you supposed to do in order for you to actually achieve the goal and the objective of holding that event. So today, that is what we're actually looking at. We're just basically looking at the types of events that we have, and we said the events are business or corporate events, the social events, and the personal events. So you have to understand these 3, so that as we go, you'll be able to know, okay, if a client comes to you and tells you, I want this, you'll be able to classify, am I going to actually do a corporate event? Am I supposed to do a social event, or this is supposed to be a personal event? So you'll be able to actually pick the right event for the right objective. So thank you for listening. See you in the next segment.